In November, the season was considered a marathon for the Fairmont State women's basketball team. Approaching February, it is deemed a race. At 12-8, in all likelihood, the Falcons will need to win out in their final 8 regular season games or sweep the MEC tournament for a right to the NCAAs.
We are only concerned about where we're at this point. We have a group of kids that really likes each other, a coaching staff that loves our players, and we are playing good basketball. And our objective is always to be playing really good basketball in January and February, and we are.
I think we have what it takes. I think we're feeling confident and on a roll, and when we're playing the way that we can play, I don't think that we can be beat.
Few could foresee the struggles FSU would endure. Returning all 5 senior starters, the Falcons were voted amongst their peers the team to beat heading in. However, an identity crisis followed the team as recent as a dozen days ago when Fairmont suffered their 5th league loss. Yet they are averaging 76 points per game since the turn of the calendar year and have strung together 3 consecutive wins. It's nearing the right time for the team to peak.
We lost games that we shouldn't have, and that happens. But I think this is definitely our turning point. We need to keep going up from here and show everybody why we were preseason ranked number 1.
Emily Piskarj became the 3rd teammate in as many games to break the 1,000 career point barrier, and a 4th is on the verge. Deidre Combs is just 76 points away from the feat and will likely reach the program's top 25 in scoring, along with Piskarj and Mackenzie White and Amanda Ruffner. While the individual accomplishments do matter, the overall goal is the final journey and hanging a banner together.
We're like all best friends off the court, and we carry that onto the court, and we all like genuinely care about each other, and we don't care who scores, and we just try to work as a team.
In Fairmont, I'm Ben Eshenbaugh, 5 Sports. Yesterday marked the first opportunity for high school athletes to officially sign their intent for the next level, but arguably WVU's biggest addition was announced less than 3 weeks ago. Former Mountaineer assistant coach Jake Spavital has returned to Morgantown, this time with play-calling duties added to his position. Dana Holgerson's 7th year running the program will be his first without calling the offensive shots from the sidelines.
It's his room, and he'll call the plays, and he'll do a great job of that. Now, you know where I'm going to be. I'm going to be lurking, but I'm not going to be questioning. He knows what we want, and we'll sit in the room and we'll come up with a pretty good idea of where we want this thing to go.
Another surprise to the class came in mid-December. After a year away from West Virginia as a junior college quarterback, David Seals has made his way back to the Mountain State, this time exclusively as a wide receiver. His 7 catches 2 years ago include the Cactus Bowl game-winning touchdown, and he's already become well acquainted with next year's projected signal caller.
He's been great since he's been back. I mean, he's just a solid kid and hard worker, and is becoming Will Greer's best friend. Smart kid.
21 of WVU's allotted scholarships have been filled, leaving the potential to add to the 2017 class up till August 1st. The same process has benefited the program in recent years.
We have some flexibility with some numbers to be able to continue to add what we need. And you know, when that happens, you know, we got a whole semester to be able to figure things out.
In Morgantown, I'm Ben Eshenbaugh, 5 Sports.
Heading in, it was known Miami's defense was unrelenting. After West Virginia scored on their 3rd possession, they went 3 and out 6 times, averaged negative yardage in the second quarter, and scored its fewest points of the season. No running back rushed for more than 18 yards, only D'Akil Shorts caught for more than 24.
It's the best defense we faced all year. Those guys came off the ball. They had a solid front. Their linebackers got better and better. Their safeties were rangy and could run, and their corners would cover. I mean, they're a good football team.
I couldn't read a damn thing against Coach Rick. I think he did a really good job of disguising his blitzes, and I think they really did a really good job of slanting and confusing us up front, and I think that hurt obviously the timing of our passes. And obviously Skyler getting hit back there a few times probably makes him feel not comfortable back there to throw the ball. And obviously I don't think our passing game was there today. Our running game wasn't there today, and it just goes back to being outplayed.
Whether by design or out of necessity, Skylar Howard led WVU on the ground with 21 carries netting 63 yards. His 134 yards passing were the second worst of his career, following a 111-yard performance against Baylor.
They do a lot of exotic things. They want to junk up the box and play those safeties behind, so you got to throw the ball over the middle. And then once they started, taking that away, and they do all those, moving around in the box a lot. It's hard to identify things, and it's hard to get things called.
WVU's defense couldn't have written a better script for the first 27 minutes. Miami managed just 31 yards on their first 6 drives with 5 straight 3-and-outs. One broken play resulting in the U's first score changed everything the rest of the way as Brad Kaya completed 10 of his 14 passes for 172 yards and 3 scores in the second quarter alone.
The momentum was on our side early, and we had got a lot of stops, and then we make a few good plays and they get called back. And the momentum just started shifting. Emotions just got in the way. Things just started going downhill.
Like I've been saying all week, the quarterback is really good. We forced him out of the pocket a couple times in the first quarter, and he struggled. And then we let up, and the rush didn't get there, and things didn't hold up in the back end, and they were able to make plays. So we came out and played Mountaineer football for maybe 15 minutes a day and didn't play for the other 3 quarters.
The what-if factor also plays into Wednesday's outcome. Only 3 other teams have turned the ball over less than Miami all year. Twice, Toyus Avery was flagged for pass interference on what would have been interceptions. The Hurricanes would punt the WVU's 5-yard line after the first call. UM scored their 4th touchdown after the second call in the third quarter.
The first one, I didn't really see it. The second one, I don't know. I'll let you guys talk about that. I don't feel like getting fined. The second one, unless it was early in the play, I don't know what they saw, but that's why they get paid to officiate. I don't.
In Orlando, Florida, I'm Ben Eshenbaugh, 5 Sports.
It had been a year of retribution for the Mountaineers, a winless October preceded an undefeated November, and that was mainly from emphasizing the run game. However, tonight it could not have been more balanced. 42 runs complemented 42 passes, but a backup quarterback, special teams gaffes, and a wave of momentum in favor of the Wildcats sealed the deal for the Mountaineers as they finished their regular season at 7-5.
The guys are pretty hurt up there. This was a game that we've kind of had circled a little bit here that we wanted to get done and get the win. I don't know if I've ever been a part of a game where in spurts we played good offensively, could have made a few more plays to affect the game.
It's a tough one, man. This one hurt, man. I mean, we were a better team. There ain't no sugarcoating that. I don't care what nobody say. That's my feeling. We should have won this game.
Yes, I think I could have carried the team more and got a lot more carries, and I still feel good now. I wasn't tired, wasn't fatiguing, nothing.
I mean, we were definitely aware of him. We knew you could throw the ball. I mean, we thought it was more dangerous to run the ball, but I mean, definitely had the capable of throwing the ball. So I mean, it wasn't much of a surprise. We just made plays.
4 years in the Big 12 has now concluded, and still no victories against the likes of Oklahoma and Kansas State, leaving a sour taste for West Virginia as they will return to Morgantown awaiting bowl selection. In Manhattan, Kansas, I'm Ben Eshenbaugh, 5 Sports. The storylines in this dance seem to be endless for Bob Huggins and the Mountaineers. You have the potential matchup of former Big East foe Notre Dame or Michigan, that being John Beilein's Wolverines, who beat WVU in this very arena in 2012. You could also have the second coming of the backyard brawl or the seemingly annual matchup with Coach Calipari and his Kentucky Wildcats. But before all that, Bob Huggins must face off with his former protege, Brad Underwood, and Stephen F. Austin. One is a forerunner of the press, the other has taken the philosophy over more recently since taking command of his first Division I team. Bob Huggins and Brad Underwood go back from Hug Cincinnati days and gave Underwood his first D1 job the year he headed Kansas State.
I've known Brad for a long, long time. I know Brad when he was at Dodge City Community College and we were recruiting some of his guys. That was a long time ago. That was in the early 90s. And then recruited one of his guys at Daytona Beach, so we go way back.
There's 2 things that Hugs did that were unbelievably impressive to me, and one is as a head coach, I've never been around or had seen anyone who spent as much time recruiting as he did as a head coach. The other thing is he's the single best communicator with people and players that I've ever seen.
Although Huggins reached great heights with his pressure schemes, it wasn't until the Mountaineers' second straight NCAA absence that brought the new style and a new name to press Virginia.
I kind of asked them if they all wanted to play, and they all said they did. And I said, well, we can play all of you, but we're going to have to play this way. And, it's going to take a great amount of effort on every one of your parts, but you're all going to get to play. And I really think it's helped our team chemistry. I think it's helped our esprit de corps, so to speak.
The gritty, in-your-face style has been longer instilled in eastern Texas. 3 years Underwood and the Lumberjacks have clamped onto the opposition. 3 years Stephen F. Austin has gone dancing. While it does not mirror the full court WVU incorporates, its variations cast a reflection on points off turnovers and results.
I like to think that we pick up full court some. We mix up our defenses in the full court, but ours is more half court oriented, taking passing lanes away. It's a culmination of we don't want anybody to have any one possession easy, whether it's a baseline out, whether it's a side out. There's total pressure on the offense the entire time, and over the course of 40 minutes, we've been able to force turnovers because of the little things.
And be sure to tune in tomorrow before the game tips off. We will dive deeper into the matchup and hear from players from both sides. Game time is 7:10 tomorrow on CBS. At the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, I'm Ben Eshenbaugh, 5 Sports.
Let's go, fellas. Let's go. Let's go. Gotta be better this week. Gotta be better. How you feel, 2-4? Feel good? Trust your line on that, okay? That's the main thing. Hit these holes like you know they're there. 4 yards is a good play. Nothing great can be accomplished in life without enthusiasm, okay? Be proud of who you are. Go out there and have fun. Thank God you got the opportunity to play ball tonight, okay? Let's go, family, on 3. 1, 2, 3, family! Let those pretty boys make these plays. You make sure you take your run steps. Had a baby? RJ, you single and ready to mingle? Oh, yeah. Had a baby. Oh, yeah, RJ. We got to get better. We got to be physical. No plays off no matter what, okay? No plays off. We're not good enough to take plays off. 11 guys on every play. Push them down. That guy pinched. He pinched down. Over his head. Punt, punt, punt. Let's go. Defense, defense, defense. I know it's a lot better show from about a foot forward. Get behind the line. This line right here, it's going to be a penalty if you guys are in front of them. Hey, standing up, leaning on him. It's not a pass rush. Get a rush. What'd you do? Good boy, Joe. There you go, Javon. We got a tackle. He wanted a first down more than we wanted to tackle him. Pass. Come up. Get it, Good play, Broderick. That's all right. Hey, third down. Third down, D. Third down. Get off the field. Quick now, quick, quick. And if that's quick, I'm an astronaut. Inside. Good job, Jaden. Good job. Had a baby. Good job. Hey, bend but don't break. Bend but don't break. Good job. Defense. We talk about bend but don't break. I'd rather not bend, but down there, right there, in crunch time at the end, you showed some character. Step in the right direction, and you guys rallied and made a play. That's character. Good character. Okay? Get ready for North Marion. Hey, yeah, line up, shake Tucker County's hands.